Hello class! Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Okay? So, pasensya na kung hindi tayo makapag-online class today, but I prepared a mini lesson for you, no? Para mapanood ninyo while I'm gone. Okay? So, in here, you will need to watch a video. Okay? Okay, so pakipuntahan na lang itong link na to. Okay, and I will also uh, post the link no, in our GC para mapanood nyo right away. This is a 1-minute video too. Okay? So after watching this video, no, I believe that once you're watching this mini lesson of mine, no, napanood nyo na tong media minute introduction. What is media anyway? Okay? By Media Smarts. Okay? So let's start. So we have here, no, a question. How is communication affected by media and information? So before we answer this question, no, of course we have to answer or we have to recap, no, what is communication. So ang tagal na natin pinag-aaralan, what is communication, okay? So when we say communication, it is the quality of information that we give from the process, no, depending on what kind of tool we are using. Okay, so now let's answer this question, how it is affected by media and information. So um, first let's define media. Okay, so media, these are the communication tools that we use. Okay, so it can be the internet, the television, radio, newspapers, magazines, etc. Okay? So, ito yung ginagamit natin na mga tools, no? Para makipag-communicate. Okay? So, next, let's define information. So, information is the data, knowledge derived from study, experience, or instruction, signals, or symbols. Okay? And to put it simply, it is the knowledge of specific events or situations. Okay? Now, sagutin na natin tong tanong na to. How is communication affected by media and information? Okay? Let's say, for example, no, the mode of communication is through video messaging. Okay? So, we use the internet, no, as our tool. And ano bang ginagamit natin sa pag-video message? Yes, that's correct. We can use the messenger, no, to have a video call, no, with someone, no, or to the person that we are going to talk to. Okay? And the information that you will get, no, are all the instructions, no, pwedeng words yan, no, na sinabi nung kausap natin dun sa kabilang linya. Okay? Dun sa video call. Okay? Um, but let's say there's an internet problem, no? Kasi video calling nga, 'di ba? So we use the internet like what I said earlier, no? There's an internet problem on your end. And then there's a power interruption. So, anong mangyayari? Okay? So, the amount of information will be affected. 'Di ba? Ito yung tinatawag nating noise, no? Yung barriers in communication. Okay? So, magkakaroon ng interferences. Okay? And that is how communication affected, no, by media and information. Okay? Now, another example, no? Ang mode of communication natin is by sending letters. Okay? Yung traditional way, yung pagsasend ng letters. No? Yung gagamit tayo ng mailbox, no? And then, ihahatid ito ng kartero, no? Okay, so yung duration ng communication ay mahaba. It's very lengthy. Okay? Because the media that we use or yung communication tool na ginamit natin ay through letter. Okay? Or through sending letter. Okay? And that is the tool that we used. Okay? And then the duration will be prolonged, no, depending kung gaano kalayo yung pupuntahan ng letter or yung destination ng letter. Kung yan ay sa ibang bansa, so malamang it will take at least 3 weeks, I think, no? Or a month, no? Para makarating doon sa tao or sa receiver yung ating message. Okay? So, the duration will be affected. Okay? And that is how media and information affected by this communication. Okay? Ay, sorry, baliktad. That is how media and information affect communication. Okay? So, let's proceed. We have here a formative assessment. No? Pakisagutan na lang ito, ipapasa nyo ito sa ating GCR. Okay? In a document na lang. Okay? So, how do you use Facebook, no, as a tool or medium for communication? So, napakadali lang. We always use this kind of platform every day, no? Next, how did Facebook affect or change the way we communicate with other people? Okay, so next question, last one. How did Facebook affect the quantity and quality of information available to people? Is it a good thing or bad thing? Okay, so kung hindi nyo nakuha yung mga questions natin, maaari nyo naman itong balikan. Okay, no? Pwede nyong i-pause yung video na ito and then you can write your answer. Okay, so there are 3 questions asked in this formative assessment. Okay, as your recitation for today's class. Okay, so para lahat may sagot. Okay, but ang deadline nito will be today. Okay, kasabay ng inyong flowchart. Okay, next. So we have here fake news everywhere. So alam naman natin to, no? Hindi na lingid sa ating kaalaman what is fake news. But for the sake, no, let's identify what is fake news. Okay? So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, laging nasa news or nasa social media itong fake news. Naglipa na sila. Okay? So, this is a term that is most often used to describe completely fabricated stories. No, yung gawa-gawa lamang na storya. Okay? But can also be applied to a broader continuum of news. Okay? So, meaning to say, nagiging ano na rin siya, parang balita na rin siya pero hindi siya totoo. Okay? So there are many news outlets that will exhibit some form of explicit or implicit bias while not falling into the fake news category. Okay? So assessing the quality of the content is crucial to understanding whether what you are viewing is true or not. Okay? So we have the responsibility, no? The social responsibility to identify, no, the things that we post online or that the things that we say online, no, kahit hindi online yan, um, to determine if they are true or not. Okay, so it's up to you to do the legwork to make sure that your information or the sharing of information that you do is true and good. Okay, so meron tayong iba't ibang definitions dito. Okay, so fake news, again, these are sources that intentionally fabricate information, disseminate deceptive content, or grossly distort actual news reports. Okay, kindly take note of that. Okay, next, satire. These are sources that use humor, irony, exaggeration, ridicule, and false information to comment on current events. Okay, next, terminology, bias. These are sources that come from a particular point of view, okay, and may rely on propaganda, decontextualized information, and opinions distorted as facts. Okay, another term is rumor mill. Okay, these are sources that traffic in rumors, gossip, innuendo, and unverified claims. Next, state news. These sources in repressive states, no, operating under government sanction. And next one, junk science, sources that promote pseudoscience, metaphysics, what else? Naturalistic fallacies, and other scientifically dubious claims. One more is clickbait. Okay, it is a strategically placed hyperlink, no, designed to drive traffic to sources that provide generally credible content but use exaggerated, misleading, or questionable headlines, social media descriptions, and or images. So we need to be really careful on what we click. Okay, so sometimes hindi natin alam clickbait na pala ito, no? Okay, next. Now, another terminology is information. No? So this is probably what you're looking for when you use the internet for academic purposes, 'di ba? Usually, kaya naman tayo gumagamit ng internet is for us to learn more and we are searching for something, no? Okay? So for dito, we are searching for the information that we need, no? Lalo na sa pag-aaral natin, no? So information at its most basic, no, is as a data set, no, in a context for relevance. So in other words, no, it tells us something that is understandable and has the potential to become knowledge for us when we view it critically and add it to what we already know. So tandaan ha, information is something that can be can become knowledge, no, when we think critically. And if we put it in our minds, no, talagang i-accept natin siya as knowledge. Okay? So, knowledge communicated concerning some particular fact, subject, or event that of which one is apprised or told. So, intelligence, news, no? Yan. Yan yung tinatawag nating information. Okay? So, next terminology is propaganda. Okay, so usually it is a commonly uh, misused term. Okay, so because of its historical use, okay, like for example, yung National Ministry of Public Enlightenment and Propaganda, which is run by Joseph Goebbels, no, for the Nazi government ng Germany. There are many people associated in this propaganda with inflammatory speech or writing that has no basis, no, is fact. Okay? In reality, propaganda may easily be based in fact, but facts represented in such a way as to provoke a desired response. Now, there is something hidden, no, when we say propaganda. Okay? So, yeah, it's really based on fact, but uh there is there is something behind it. Okay? So, sabi, it is defined as the systematic propagation of information or ideas by an interested party, especially in a tendentious way, in order to encourage or instill a particular attitude or response. Okay? And ayan, it is also the ideas, doctrines, etc. disseminated, no? Thus, the vehicle of such propagation from Oxford English Dictionary. Okay, next, another terminology no associated with fake news is misinformation. Okay, so alam naman natin na nobody's perfect, no? Ayan. So, ayan, this is an excellent rule of thumb, no? In most cases, but a bad omen when you're looking for information on the no editorial control internet. Ayan. So, misinformation is defined as the action of misinforming malamang, no? Um, kaya nga misinformation to mislead, no? Or condition of being misinformed. Okay? Or pwedeng sabihin natin erroneous or incorrect information. Okay? Kaya nga meron siyang, anong tawag dito? Prefix, no? Na misinformation. So, mis is a negative word, no? No? Meaning to say, parang uh, incorrect or hindi siya tamang information. Okay? So, misinformation differs from propaganda in that it always refers to something which is not true. Okay? So, it differs from disinformation in that it is intentional neutral. It isn't deliberate, it's just wrong or mistaken. Okay? Okay, kasi pag sinabi nating propaganda, no? Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, okay? So, it is based on facts, no? But meron siyang yung mga facts na nire-represent niya ginamit lang no to provoke a certain or desired response no from the public or to someone. Okay? Pag misinformation kasi ano to talagang parang nagkamali ka lang ng intindi dun sa information. Okay? So next, disinformation. So kanina ngayon disinformation. Now, ito na yung pinaka mababang uri no, disinformation. So never underestimate the evil intentions of some individuals no or institution na nagsasabi or sumusulat ng mga kung ano-anong mga purpose no or claims no na kahit na sinasabing uh, they have a purpose but actually they are deliberately fabricating something, no? So when we say disinformation, it refers to disseminating deliberately false information. So ibig sabihin, talagang nananadya, no? Na mga tawag dito, nananadyang mga magpangalat no ng false information. Okay? So especially when supplied by a government or its agent to a foreign power or on the media with the intention of influencing policies of those who receive it. Okay, so ito yung pinaka uh, tingin kong pinaka mababang uri na may encounter natin. Okay? Na may kinalaman sa fake news. Okay? Ayan. So, one of the most notorious uses of this information no, was the dissemination of anti-Semitic speeches no, and writing by the Nazi Party. No, in Germany during the 1930s and 1940s. Okay, unfortunately, this information didn't end with World War II. In fact, the internet is an excellent vehicle for this information. Okay? So, ayan. So, kahit ginagamit natin si internet, no, to gather information, to gain knowledge, no, but this is also, no, an excellent vehicle for this information kasi alam nila, no, maraming nakakaalam na this is something that many people look for, no, or ginagamit talaga ng nakararami. So talagang naglipana, no, sabi nga diyan, fake news everywhere, so beware. Okay, so um, meron ulit akong iiwan sa inyo, no? This is something to think about. No, this is a quote by Edward R. Murrow. No, he is an American broadcast journalist. No, okay. Second, and the speed of communications is wondrous to behold. It is also true that speed can multiply the distribution of information that we know to be untrue. Okay, so another na isasagot nyo, no, dun sa inyong ipapasa sa GCR natin, no, do you agree, no, with this statement? Okay, so do you agree? Why or why not? Okay, so we might think that this statement is said by somebody who lived in the 21st century, no? But take note that this statement was said by Edward, no? Edward Murrow, no? He is an American broadcast journalist, and as you can see here, he was born in 1908 and he died in 1965. Okay? So this is something you need to think about. Okay, pakisulat po ang inyong sagot or pakitype ang inyong sagot sa isang document, no? And then you can pass it in our GCR. Okay, so that's all for today. So this video is, I think, almost 30 minutes na. Okay, so the remaining 30 minutes will be given to you to do or to answer the questions given here in this video. Okay, so I hope to see you again in our next online class. Now, there is really something na kailangan ko lang talagang gawin kasi reading of forms namin kahapon and today. Okay, so ayun, hindi natin maiwasan. Okay, so I hope that you learned something, no, kahit hindi tayo nag-meet. And ayun, beware of fake news kasi it is everywhere. Okay? So, see you on our next online class. Okay? Bye!